What is going on, y'all? This is Chris Saunders, aka CSProductions.29. You are loved, you are valued, and you are appreciated. Tonight we are checking out another Plini song. This is Impulse Voices off of the album Impulse Voices. So far, I believe we've listened to, I think the first song on the album is I'll Tell You Someday, and then I believe it's Papilio, which I recently reacted to, which you all helped me out and mentioned it. It means paper, which I should have known. Papel. I should know that means paper. And then I believe Impulse Voices is a little bit like mid on this album, like fifth song or so. So this is Impulse Voices by Plini. I'm really excited for this one. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Guitar pick. Love this groove. I love this melody right here and just this groove. It's just so nice, and it's so tight with a doom 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 doom. I just love like the cadence of it. And then a lot of people may not realize, but there's so many little intricacies with like the way he's palm muting, and then he's adding the, it sounds like natural harmonics as well on some of these notes, and it just sounds really good. And I know it's so technical and so intentional as well. Good. I'm gonna pause here. So one thing that's coming to mind, I'm kind of listening and waiting for it because I don't know the technical terms. If you know your music theory really well, or you're a really good guitarist, help me out here in the comments. Where just often Plini, when he has a really nice, smooth, groovy melody, and really even in some of his solos as well, he'll be like just jiving, and then sometimes play like a minor note or a diminished chord or note that kind of makes it sound off, where it like needs a response for it to like be complete. And then a lot of the times he'll sometimes kind of do that and then continue maybe down a slightly different path and or transition to a different like really groovy and smooth melody. So I'm curious if he's going to do that here. He's almost done it a couple times towards the beginning of the song. But and that's just like one element of Plini that I've noticed about him, where he's so good at creating these melodies and then tying them in together, and sometimes using like either what I'm going to call like minor or diminished note, that note that kind of makes it sound slightly off, but it's not, and it just kind of like transitions really nicely into the next piece of playing. back to it. Oh man, I love that melody so much. I just keep it going. I could listen to that so much longer. No, that was awesome. I'm curious here. Help me out with this one if you know. Let me go back. So this album cover, I know Plini in his album covers, he likes. So it would seem the what was the one with the like Electric Sunrise. And that album cover just with like the animals, and it was interesting. This one's interesting as well. And so I'm curious if he's mentioned anything about this one. It looks like, I don't know what fish this is, but like there's a lighthouse on this fish. You have butterflies on the fish, a bird with a open brain, brain exposed, as well as buildings on it in the background. So I'm curious if he's talked about this album cover at all. But that was Impulse Voices by Plini. Just a really smooth and groovy song. I loved the dynamics of it, how he kind of had that really clean melody. And it was like he continued to just layer on it. And then even towards the end, like 2/3 of the song, just the rhythm patterns, it was just like a really nice build up. And in the background, it was supplemental to that portion of the track. He was going off with some, not really a solo, but just like main lead lines and licks there. But it was interesting because often in the songs we've listened to, a lot of the like lead guitar has been up front, and it felt like it was like, okay, this is what I'm truly supposed to listen to. But in that portion, it mainly felt like the rhythm portion of the song was the part that was up front, in your face, and like this is the main part, even though it is rhythm. And the lead lines in the background, the lead licks were more supplemental. So I really thought it was just like a cool overall dynamics, to where then it kind of ties it all back in at the end, making you and leaving you with wanting more, and just cuts it off and kind of lets it delay out and reverb out, which is really cool. So another great song by Plini. Impulse Voices off of his latest release, Impulse, of the album, which I believe is Impulse Voices as well. So be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.